And just like that, when you thought we would be taken to the depths of hell by the fearsome COVID-19, here we are, back like a phoenix born from its own ash, except the ashes are made out of shit and sticks that I found out back just yesterday that I tracked in on my shoe.
And you literally came to my house and threw it at me.
I did. I said, "We're back, motherfucker. Get your nipple clamps."
And I was like, Jay, we don't do that here. Not in my house. Well, that was riveting.
Was that actually like part of the intro?
No.
No, I just...
No, this is the start.
Oh, okay.
This is the stand.
Oh, man. Stance. He goes, this is the stance. Come on now. I know neither one of us play fighters, but you gotta at least know the memes. Come on, man.
Oh, fuck. I don't know why I was thinking of... Hi, we're back from COVID, technically, kind of.
We both were essential workers. We still are.
We still are. But going right into it, I guess, I've been watching JoJo again during this whole thing. At least I picked up from where I left off. It got better. Yeah. So
that is a spicy take.
Oh.
Just ending the sentence on yeah when referring to JoJo's, that is a spicy take.
It's good, but like
is the spicy part.
It's not the best ever, like everyone likes to think. It's just a somewhat meme of a show.
Don't worry, folks. The crucifix is already ready.
Oh, no. He already fucking put me on there. I'm just talking from the crucifix on the wall.
Well, we're waiting for him to suffocate.
Yeah, but you're going to have to take a while on that one. But,
I know, you're full of hot air.
It's just... It's, like, I like it. It's not bad. I just think people blow it out of proportion. But...
I mean, people blow everything out of
proportion. I know, but JoJo, I feel like in specific... is blown out way too much.
I think it's blown out of proportion, not as much as FMA though.
No, FMA is still the top of being blown out, but JoJo is in the most recent years kind of thing, where like that's like really blown out proportion.
Yeah.
Recent memory. Yeah. So have you been doing through this whole stuff that we went through and still going through? Missed our 1 year anniversary of this podcast.
Yeah, missed quite a bit. I've been good. As far as I'm aware, I know that Goblin Slayer came out with chapter 50 in the light novel's further ahead, but I have, from what I could find, the most recent manga, which probably isn't. I think it's volume 8. 1 second, I have it right here. Yeah, volume 8. And good lord, I fucking love Goblin Slayer. There's just it is so great. I love watching him brutalize the fucking goblins. Like, it really is necessary that you get across the point that these little fucking cretins are worthless chunks of meat, because man oh man, does Goblin Slayer fucking brutalize them. Like, it is insane how brutal he gets with the fucking goblins.
I mean, it's good that, they build up on why he's a Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, they definitely do. His backstory, I really like the added stuff to his backstory that was in the manga that the anime didn't really get to touch on yet, because I don't think season 2's out yet.
No.
And definitely, honestly, outside of Goblin Slayer, I think the best character it's gotta be the priestess girl, because she just, everyone else seems to
she's the only one that gets some development.
Well, they all do get development.
I know, but as of right now,
but she's,
at least in the anime, as you said,
she's funny because she's got she's the only character who just immediately just went, okay, I get it. This is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. I can't stop it.
You'll get used to it.
Well, yeah, the exact line. You'll get used to it. While every other character is almost pushing against his obsession with goblins. She's the only one who just, all right, goblins, here, let's go, goblin, all right. And she's really fun, and I really do like how she is the crux of his plans most often, because he'll plan something and he'll be like, all right, priestess, you're the most important part of this plan, and then just trusts her completely. He doesn't trust anyone else as much as he trusts her, and it's really, like, they have a great
chemistry.
Like, they play off each other. Well,
yeah,
yes,
no, you're right. They play off each other well. That's
he had, oh god, bond, I guess, because like they do have great chemistry, but they have such a like incredible bond that like no one else.
Bond will teach me. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. But no one else in the party shares that, because he saves her after she sees exactly what the goblins are. So I think she, out of everyone in the group, understands him the best. So that's why they just fucking click. They're definitely my two favorite characters to watch.
No, I mean,
Scaly's pretty good too.
Oh, I forgot about Scaly though.
Oh, he's pretty fucking phenomenal. He my favorite cheese-loving good boy.
Yeah, he is a good boy.
He is very good.
Very good. Also, just to put it back out there, this is What's New Player 2 podcast, episode 48.
Oh, shit, right. We didn't fucking say that at the start.
Shows you how long it's been.
Really? I forgot our own, like, fucking shtick.
It really wasn't more of a shtick, more just like...
Introducing the episode?
Yeah, introductions, but whatever. Fuck it. We're doing it live. Anyway...
I mean, technically it's a recording. We could always...
Doesn't matter. So, I forget if I said this on the podcast, but...
You said this. You've said this.
Do you know what I'm about to say?
Well, you've been saying, like, I don't know if I've said this. You've said this. Take a second. You get it?
I got it immediately after you said it to me at that time, but still. So... If I haven't on this, I've complained about in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links how when they added Dark Side Dimension, they had fucking Yugi without his Millennium Puzzle. And I'm like, they need to add that in as, one of the new characters. Well, like about, I think 2 months ago, they finally fucking did it. Holy shit. I've been dying for it. And it's finally fucking here.
They also then added Taya, and...
Which is cool.
Some of her decks are fucking ridiculous. I love it.
But I got my fucking Millennium Puzzle-less Yugi. Thank you, Konami.
On that fucking topic, before I forget and we hop off it, they made her tits perky.
Okay,
like a fucking Lara Croft PS1.
Did you not see the fucking movie?
I've seen the movie.
Her titties were also like a little perky-worky.
It's still, like, in the fucking game, it's like, it feels like a Lara Croft PS1, like I said. Like,
I mean, you're not wrong, but...
Fucking support her on a shelf.
Gotta get your sex appeal somewhere in Yu-Gi-Oh! That isn't just the cards.
Yeah, it's Tristan.
Okay, but aside from Tristan and Joey.
Well, I didn't say Joey, it was just Tristan.
Joey's.
Tristan is the sex god of the show, that's just how it is. The soft, supple lips, that hair that you can grab onto all night. Like, Tristan is the sex god of the show. No one will ever be able to convince me otherwise.
Yami.
He's not the sex god. Yami is the children's card game god. He's literally, that's like his shtick.
Okay, fine, but Atem then.
Atem, that's him. Atem is Yami.
He's still hotter too.
It does not matter.
All
Tristan
right,
is the sex
be
god.
like that. I see how it is.
Tristan is the sex god. All of you Bakura Merrick shippers can get angry.
I don't.
All of you Bakura Merrick shippers out
like,
there
I think
can get
I only
real fucking angry.
I jokingly ship them, but like that's because of Abridged. So.
Oh yeah, the fucking.
I love their dichotomy.
Abridged does ship them, kind of.
Oh yeah, but okay. Anyway.
Speaking of Homestuck shipping.
No,
they have a fucking
we're not talking about Homestuck.
Our friend showed me a fucking panel of it where some character was drawing a shipping chart, and then they had like a weird like in-depth analysis of different types of ship, and I was like, this is fucking trash. Get it out of my face.
Gross.
It made me kind of glad I stopped reading at the fucking wayward vagabond part.
So, going away from that now, during this quarantine, even though technically, this happened only like 2 days ago,
Quarantine's been going on for 6 months. Anything that happened in the past 6 months is considered during quarantine.
4 months, but it feels like 6 months.
It feels like 3 years. Holy shit.
It does feel like 3 years. Anyway, it wouldn't be a podcast episode without talking about our whole fucking podcast topics. Fire Emblem. It has been both the 30th anniversary of Fire Emblem this year, and also like
Marth
around.
got buffed in Smash.
He did, but we'll get to that.
I don't know anything about it.
No, I meant Min.
Oh.
I don't know if they don't want to hear that, but.
Oh, okay. I didn't know anything about who got buffed. All I knew is Plant got fire to his back air.
Yes, he did. Anyway, so Three Houses is now officially a little over a year old now. So.
And I wish for slightly better DLC.
Yes, but. Alright, so we got that out of the way, I guess. But, what are your thoughts on the game a year later? Any ups and downs? Favorite memes that spawn from this game?
Right, so my newest favorite one is Don't Eat the Weeds, which is pretty fucking great, and I didn't know about it until like a month ago. And, a year later, I can definitely say that the Blue Lions route's really, like, the only one worth a damn. Like, thinking back on them.
Yes.
Like, fuck Edelgard and her whole
thing.
Bitch fit. Fuck the church and their whole bitch fit. Claude got ruined.
Yeah, Claude. Unfortunately, as much as I still feel like you and I, at least we would stand the Golden Deer House.
Oh, absolutely. They have the best personality.
They have the best personality for the 3 characters that matter, but
we got Claude, Hilda, Lysithea, Marianne.
Okay, that's 4. I was exaggerating on that.
You could ignore Leone, Ignatz, and
that's what I'm saying.
Raphael.
So for the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, and Lawrence. Holy shit.
Oh, I don't count him. Anyway. So, like, we love Golden Deer, but
God damn it.
Yeah, when I want to fully play through the game again, which technically I'm doing that anyway right now. Blue Lines.
Claude's fucking story and character feels like it was the last character in the whole game written.
Yeah. It really does feel like, personally, that they did.
They did not try with him.
No, they focused more on Edelgard and then Dimitri.
Claude, he got shafted hard, which sucks.
Makes the bisexual-looking character fucking straight, but yet they made fucking the female bisexual.
Well, yeah, because you can only allow gay options if it appeals to the fucking
fan base.
Yeah, and the fan base is fine with lesbos.
Of course.
Let's be in lesbos together, they said. But, Claude completely fucking... And he had some interesting shit,
He did!
I thought his story was going to delve more into, the Elmiran...
country at all.
Yeah, Elmiran...
They really didn't go...
conflict.
I feel like they really didn't delve deep into Elmira.
I also wish that the DLC took you into, say, Duscar or
and
Elmira.
the other regions that they talked about, but they...
There was a mission in fucking Petra's hometown.
Yes.
But, it was one mission.
Dagda. Even with, what they did with Cinder Shadows, it was fine, but it was basically just... You meet a new fucking guy who works at the fucking monastery, finds out it's a simp for your dead mother, and try to resurrect her.
It was just more, underground dungeon levels.
Yeah.
And more just open sprawling fields.
But, and too many fucking reinforcements. Way too many fucking reinforcements.
There was barely any fucking unique maps.
No, not at all. But They did have a good. I still thought they had a lot of good things that came out of it. Like some new classes that they added were really nice.
Oh my god, war priest, war monk,
no, war priest. I think
or war cleric,
something like that.
so
Super.
fucking good.
I like that idea, and I think it's cool.
And I love the fact that you can make Hilda a healer and not give up her best fucking weapons.
Yeah. I am very glad Yuri changed my expectations, because I thought he was gonna be a very feminine, bitch boy bitch, but he was like a cunning, sassy motherfucker, and I honestly am so happy with that. Plus, they made him gay, which I'm like, or bi, whatever. I'm like, good.
Yeah, he was
good.
He was pretty good.
Out
of all of the fucking underground people, he was definitely the most in depth.
Well, I mean, I would hope so, since he is the main focus technically, even though you have the other three.
The other three, yeah. There's Beefcake Hot Stuff and the blonde one.
Yeah, I mean, I really find her the weakest. Like, she's not bad, but she's not like my favorite.
Gimmick's stupid.
Yes.
Her gimmick's real stupid.
Okay, so that's a lot of the negatives. Let's go to the positives.
I'm not done with negatives, but okay.
Alright, no. Let's finish the negatives.
You know what? It's
no,
fine.
No, we're doing it. Graphics, not great.
Oh, I don't care about the fucking graphics. It's a Nintendo game.
But still.
I mean, outside of Pokemon, like, I think all Nintendo games have passable graphics.
I think most Nintendo games are really nice, polished, and like look nice all around. Like Breath of the Wild looks nice. Odyssey looks nice.
Breath of the Wild looks amazing. Odyssey looks
exactly
godly.
Smash Bros looks really nice.
Smash Bros looks awesome.
Mario Kart looks really nice.
Yes.
I think
Three Houses in cutscenes looks fantastic.
Yes.
Three Houses on the battlefield looks fantastic.
Yes.
Three Houses in the monastery looks okay.
Yeah, monastery's okay, and we like really look at the textures,
but,
or
like support. That's fine.
Also support conversations.
Yes. And the fucking tea time, they're really low poly.
Yes. But like, I agree. Like overall, like
it looks great. I think the only Nintendo games that don't look good are Pokemon and maybe Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, I think it's just okay.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the art style.
Yeah.
It looks fine for what it is, but like it could.
Plus, I don't like the music in Animal Crossing: New Horizons. I will stand.
Oh yeah, that game came out.
Yeah, that game came out. I guess quick thoughts before we go back to Fire Emblem.
It came out. Everyone played it for a month and a half, and then they stopped.
Just like every other Animal Crossing.
I played the GameCube one more.
I did too, but I'm just saying.
Like after City Folk, because I played a shit ton on City Folk, but New Leaf, I played a lot, and then none, and fucking New Horizons. The only thing that got me to go back on was getting the full mermaid set for my girlfriend.
Yeah. Which
I ended up doing, so.
But, anyway, alright. Yeah, our thoughts, it's fine. It's not amazing, but it helped because it came out at the best time it ever could have.
It really came out at the best time. It's worse than New Leaf, which is not something you should say about, like, a next-gen game.
No, especially for one like this. Anyway, back to Fire Emblem. Three Houses, at least. I definitely think Blue Lines is, like, the most solid part of, like, the story, at least, when it comes to, like, overall, like, enjoyment out of it. And
it's just the best story. It's just the best told story.
Best whole story, and I do think, personally, is also the best cast.
Yeah.
I like Mercedes. I do like Annette.
Well, see, the thing is,
they're like
Golden Deer has the most has the strongest hitters, but not a lot of them.
No, exactly. But that's my thing. Overall, Blue Lions has everything.
Blue Lions has heavy hitters and then just good ones. Golden Deer has the heaviest hitters and then the weakest, and then fucking Black Eagles has, let's see, they got Caspar, Dorothea, Petra, and Hubert. And I wouldn't classify Hubert as incredible.
He was better than I expected.
He was so much better than I expected, but I expected dog shit.
Yeah, I expected, like, complete dog shit. which he kind of is like outside of Black Eagles.
I expected like Hubert from the outside looking in to be evil guy who's evil in bed, but then like he's just he's just a cuck.
Yeah. But I do definitely think though that and like that's coming from like someone me who like legitimately like when I think about it, most of my favorite characters, or at least like
Outside
a few of my favorite characters are from Black Eagles. I love Caspar and Dorothea and Petra, but I mean overall I love them a lot, but I wouldn't. I don't go to Black Eagles just for them.
No, I bring them over to Blue Lions.
I would bring them over to Golden Deer or Blue Lions.
Also, Blue Lions is the one that can have the most characters.
Yes.
Because for whatever reason, Hilda can join the Blue Lions, but she can't join the Black Eagles.
Well, I know why she doesn't join the Black Eagles, because like they're a direct like threat / like doesn't like follow her like.
I mean, yeah, but
ideals and all.
She's the only
honestly, to where at least with Dimitri, there's more like a camaraderie with that, to where like I don't know, it makes more sense. I feel like,
but still, she's the only I guess Lord's aide who can join a different house.
Yeah.
Which like that's pretty funny.
I think it's funny,
and it's fucking perfectly fitting. But definitely. Because, like, I've named the 4 that I like from Golden Deer. Well, yes, there's Claude. Yeah,
Claude, Lysithea, Hilda, Marianne.
Yeah, and yeah, that really is.
That's it. Ignatius is okay. Raphael, I feel like is way too basic, like I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, Raphael really did not surprise.
And Lorenz is just.
Lorenz is exactly what a 9-year-old on Xbox would have called someone who killed them in a game of Call of Duty.
Yeah? I would have called him that.
Yeah.
Like, I do call him that.
Like, he is the derogatory term, not the actual term.
He's just that.
Yeah, like... But, in Black Eagles, Bernadetta and Petra, really, are the only... And, like, not even Petra all that much. The only... Oh, wait, no, Ash is Blue Lions. So, yeah, I guess it's, like, only Bernadetta from the Black Eagles that I really like.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Blue Lions, Dudu, Sylvain, Dimitri. Oh, they're so great.
Everyone, I feel like...
Felix is the best tsundere.
He is, like, legitimately, I think, one of my favorite tsunderes.
Felix is the only good tsundere.
Like, I really do feel like, overall, like, I do like everyone in the Blue Lions. Probably Mercedes.
I hate Ingrid. Ingrid could go to fucking hell.
I completely forgot about Ingrid.
Yeah, I cannot stand Ingrid.
Funnily enough, I actually didn't mind Ingrid too much. I'm not like how other people are the head over heels for her. I tolerate her, I think. Not my top favorite. She's definitely like my still least.
Dumb bitch trying to act all high and mighty against my boy Dudu. She can fucking die.
But like, so
that's the only reason I would ever play with permadeath on. Just kind of let her fucking die.
So aside from like her, I would I like everyone else. Like I like Ash more than you.
I like Ash a lot.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I felt like you don't talk about him enough to where I feel like, all right, I guess he's not a huge fan, but
no, I like Ash a lot.
No,
he's definitely one of my favorite characters design wise.
Yeah,
I love his fucking hoodie.
I love the fucking hoodie. I love it.
He's like the only character who wears Bernadetta kinda, but Ash is the only one with like a full on hoodie.
Why the fuck can't Caspar have that as an option? I would have fucking died.
Oh, I would have loved more, like, unit outfit customization.
Anyway.
But, like, honestly, the unit outfit customization is pretty weak. Like, I know when they first started off, people were like, oh, that looks great. And it's like, not really.
It's okay. But I do think that overall, though, I think it's definitely one of the better Fire Emblem games that came out, especially in recent years. Like, Echoes was fucking fantastic. Fates was Fates. Like Fates had like very like little good parts to it.
Fates had Silas. That's it.
I had a good ass soundtrack.
I don't like Fates' soundtrack. I don't like
any. Really? You don't like their soundtrack? I thought the one like
about Fates.
I feel like that was like the thing I did like about Fates was.
I like
besides Silas was the music.
I like Silas. That is it. I don't like anything about Fates.
Okay, that's fair. Um, Awakening was just our first, so
Awakening's good.
Awakening's good, but like I'm just like we have that soft spot.
I love how fucking stupid Awakening can get.
Like, it gets so fucking
like
stupid.
I love reclassing units to shit they shouldn't be able to be in.
Oh yeah,
that's like my favorite thing in Three Houses.
Yeah.
You take characters, see what they're not good at, and then you make them good at it.
Yeah, I think that's the other thing I like about Three Houses is the freedom you have with most of your characters. Obviously, yes.
Oh my god, it's definitely
they're
the
all fucking,
game.
Prioritizing for one thing mainly, but you don't have to follow it. And I think that's like my favorite part because,
and if you
for the most part, you can have all brawlers.
You can.
And like shit like that. Like, that's fun, and that makes everyone's other fucking playstyle unique enough to where, like,
and outside of
makes it enjoyable.
And outside of the tutorial, it is technically possible, as far as I've been able to ascertain, to beat the game with only punching.
Yeah.
As far as I've been able to tell, there hasn't been anything that really stops you.
I will, but I feel like this you can have agreed with me. Three Houses soundtrack.
Oh, it's so good.
So fucking good.
It's so fucking
fucking good. That is high. That is probably like in my top 3.
Like, my favorite Fire Emblem song, period, is Don't Speak Her Name.
Yes,
but
no, that one's fucking perfect. But like
Three Houses' whole soundtrack is great.
So good. I still probably have to tie between the Telly. It's cheating, but the Telly's games, I consider it to be just a one whole thing. So their whole soundtrack is so fucking good. But
I like to like sprinkle a little I like to hold back the Telly's games a little bit because I definitely know I'm biased towards them.
I'm biased towards them too, but like I think probably my favorite soundtrack of the Fire Emblem games is Echoes.
Echoes is really good.
Echoes has really good songs, and I thoroughly listen to them a little bit more than like the others, but like I will still go back to like Three Houses, Blazing Blade, Binding Blade, with stuff like that. It's still good, but Echoes has a sweet spot for me personally.
You know what's crazy? I think Three Houses has been the only Fire Emblem game I've played, like that I have played, not counting like Tullius or Sacred Stones, because like I haven't played those by myself, but like Three Houses is the only Fire Emblem game I've played that didn't have, in any of its stories really, a moment where I was like, oh, fuck you. Because, like, in Awakening, there was the time where Lucina is like, let me kill you, and you can be like, yes or no, and nothing happens.
Okay, so, like, stupid choices in the game
like,
that don't matter what you fucking do.
Not even that, because it's different for each one. Because, like, in that, Lucina says, let me kill you. You say yes or no, nothing changes. Yes. Or at the end, Crom's like, you're like, should Crom kill me, or should he just put the dragon to sleep?
Yeah.
And that doesn't change a fucking thing. Then in Echoes, run Celica through with the sword, and it fucking saves her, which is retarded. All of Fates had me going, this is fucking retarded. But, like, nothing in Three Houses
really made you feel like that. Aside from, I'm assuming, Byleth being silent, which I still fucking hate too.
Well, I won't chalk that up to story. I'll chalk that up to Nintendo being fucking weird.
Like, I get it in the sense, like, I guess because, like, they thought, like, they saw, like, Corrin didn't do a good job.
It's like...
So, like, they kind of cut back on, like, my unit being so vocal. But even then, every single other my unit that they've had in Fire Emblem, whether it be Chris, Robin, or Corrin, they've all talked.
Yeah.
So why...
And Byleth talks in the fucking mobile app.
Which is so fucking weird.
It's so odd to hear.
Like, when, speaking of which, Heroes is also putting in Hell as a mythic hero. But,
That's Hell with one L, mind you.
But, yeah, when the summer banner for the, Three Houses characters came out, and we listened to, female Byleth and Rhea's, like, dual conversation, it was so fucking weird hearing, like, female Byleth have, like, an actual conversation with someone back and forth and hearing it voice. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, it really... Because there's no reason that Byleth shouldn't have spoken. Then again, there's no reason Link shouldn't have spoken in Breath of the Wild, but... Chalk that up to Nintendo being fucking weird.
And I guess you can... The stupid excuse you can give with Link is because it's been Link's been like that for so long. why change what's broke?
Listen, he can
I
say,
guess,
"Hey, come
but-
on," in
yes.
fucking Wind Waker, so he can speak.
Hey! You fucking speak in the manga.
Yeah, which I liked the manga. That was good.
I like the Four Swords manga. I really liked.
You know what annoys the ever-loving hell out of me, and I will bring this up all the time because it will always be so fucking annoying. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, when they have full-on cutscenes where characters' lips are moving and there's dialogue on the bottom for you to read, but there is no sound coming out of their mouths, and it's awful. It's fucking horrendous. Just don't put in those scenes. Like, oh my Jesus, just don't make their mouth animated. Just like move their hands or something. And it's really bad in the opening cutscene. It's worse when it's a fucking song and they don't play any background music and he doesn't fucking sing and there's just supposed to be words set to a silent set to a silent image of this man rocking back and forth in front of a fucking microphone with no background music. Oh my god, it's fucking baffling. I wholeheartedly believe we should be beyond the point of the silent protagonist.
Yeah, especially like perfect. You know what? All right, here goes the fucking work into this. So I have been playing through Xenoblade Chronicles again. In this time with the definitive edition that came out not too long ago on the Nintendo Switch. Shulk is obviously mainly the main character, and
doesn't he never shut the fuck up?
No, like in combat, no one shuts the fuck up.
No,
you can turn that off though.
Oh,
but honestly, though, it kind of ruins. It doesn't ruin it, but like at that point, you're so kind of used to them being like, "Come on, everybody, let's go! Great one, Shulk. Ryan, nice work."
I remember when like the game got popular, people were like, it's funny, Nintendo makes all these games where the character don't speak whatsoever, and then they make this one where the characters never shut the fuck up.
In combat, they don't shut up. But, like, Shulk talks all the damn time. And, personally, the game's not too bad. I'm almost halfway through already. But it's enjoyable. Anyway, during this quarantine, I bought and beat Final Fantasy VII Remake and Persona 5 Royal in about a month span. Both Xenoblade and fucking
Persona? Final Fantasy?
No, Final Fantasy Remake have their main characters all talk. And it made the story, it makes the story, enjoyable, and still you can put yourself in their shoes. But of course, Persona, being the way that they always are, your character, main character doesn't speak at all. Well, 5 probably speaks the most out of the main.
I was gonna say, he makes noise
4.
in fucking Smash.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in game. Like in the opening cutscene, he'll say, I think he says "see you later," and he jumps up the fucking thing. And he'll say like his persona's names, but like he won't he won't have like worded dialogue in like the game, or he won't like speak really anything. He'll have
He's not a voiced character.
No, he's not really. Yeah, he's not super voiced. He's like Byleth levels of voice, but like a little bit. No, actually no Byleth levels, because he'll say like shit randomly, like I should write something when you want to save, or again when you switch personas, you'll call out the personas' names, but that's about it. And as much as I love the Persona series, it's fucking annoying that they make them silent for the most part, and
a character doesn't need to be silent.
They
for
don't,
you to be able to put
because
yourself
with
in
a
their
game
shoes.
let me go back to what I was going to talk about with Final Fantasy VII Remake, where I personally thought it was a really fucking great game. Cloud is a fucking vocal ass character. He speaks all the damn time, like most Final Fantasy protagonists. And I still think, no matter what, you can still wrap yourself around that character and, become them and still experience the story the way that, they want you to with a voiced main character. Because I still felt like that playing through 7 Remake, and right now with Xenoblade. So I don't understand why, especially Japanese developers, still think it's, at least I guess maybe that's what Japan likes, but they like having, their silent protagonist to really shove the player into that role and have, I guess, your own interpretation.
But, like, if you're going to do that, like, Skyrim, your character doesn't fucking speak, but at the same time, that character's fully customizable, and, like, they'll speak when you do the shouts and whatnot. But, like, if you're going to go into that end of my character doesn't speak, go all the way in. I don't want to play as your generic-ass pretty boy if I'm supposed to pretend to be him, because I'm not a generic-ass pretty boy. It's just go all in or just change it. If you want to write a story about this character and design this specific character, give that character a voice. Or fucking do what Spider-Man did. Stan Lee himself has said that he wanted Spider-Man to be someone that anyone could put themselves behind the mask of. Spider-Man as a concept, anyone can get behind. Anyone can put themselves into the role of Spider-Man, because anyone could be behind that mask. But Spider-Man is his own defined character. Well, he's multiple defined characters. He's Peter Parker, he's Miles Morales, he's a whole fucking list of them.
But Spider-Man in general.
Yes, yeah. But Spider-Man in general could be anyone behind the mask, but he still manages to be his own defined character. Like, another good example, the fucking... I can't remember his name, but the player character in Titanfall 2... He has his own defined character, but, like, you can also put yourself into his shoes. You can also become him. Like, you have dialogue options, so he can be as snarky or straightforward as you want.
I mean, when you watch any TV fucking show or anime, it's the same fucking thing. You're mainly going to be looking through the perspective of the said main character. Therefore, you can still put your shoes into that character, into that character.
Step into that character's shoes, yeah.
And experience their story.
It's just
it's a weird, personally lazy choice that I don't understand why it's still like a very common thing, especially like in JRPGs and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it fucking, and they'll voice every other character, and it's so weird. It's so jarring,
especially like when eventually, like, for instance, I'll go with Persona 4 in this instance, but where, obviously the original games, Narukami barely talks that much. But when the anime and, like, the other spin-offs come out, he speaks all the fucking time. So,
it's a disconnect between the game and the show.
It's a disconnect between the game and the show and during the spin-offs as well. Because now you're really used to the characters speaking and,
and then he just doesn't speak
at all.
It's
just a weird disconnect. It really is just a weird disconnect that I don't understand why is still a thing.
Oh, random non sequitur. I just remembered this because we've been I thought of it because we've been talking about, like, go in all the way or just stop. The fucking sauna in Three Houses should never have been introduced.
Nope. It was such a fucking cock tease for me.
I just meant, like, it was fucking pointless.
It is pointless.
It's so goddamn pointless.
You already know what my fucking
yes, I know your stance. Well, like, I don't see any problem with just, like, you being, let's say it being locked to the war arc.
Yes.
Like, you can't use the sauna
that's
units.
What I was expecting them to do eventually, but whatever.
Like, you can't use the sauna with your students until they're all full-grown adults. And just put everyone in a towel. But, like, either don't include it, or don't have these two random people just sitting there in, like, a full fucking one-piece suit. Like,
and it's not even, like, fun. It's not even, like, a fun minigame.
It's not. It's just so fucking awful.
Yeah.
The DLC really, like,
was very mediocre.
Yeah, just... But, like...
It was mediocre, but at least it was priced the best. Because Awakening had DLC, but it was all split up between multiple fucking things to where, it's a lot. Echoes paid way too fucking much. Echoes had, like, a season pass. It was $45.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah.
Echoes itself isn't worth $45. I think that's actually technically true. I think it's like a $40 game.
It's a $40 game.
Yeah.
I spent $80. No. $70 because I got a special edition.
Mm.
I got the art book. I got the soundtrack that I fucking lost and I can't find, and I'm so goddamn annoyed by that. Yeah.
I can't stand when games, or anything really, start something but then it's too much of a bitch to finish it. Like any movie or show or whatever where a character is presumed dead and then they come back.
Well, yeah.
Or like,
I guess that's a whole fucking issue.
or like in fucking any game where there is an idea and it's a good idea and they just don't go in on it because they're afraid. Like in the fucking Pokemon, when they're like, we're gonna have wild encounters of Pokemon roaming around, but they didn't commit to that. They could have gone so much more into this world is populated with Pokemon and they're not just these weird creatures that hide in thick grass.
Yeah.
It would have felt like so much like it's fine that some of them just pop up in the fucking grass, but they could have done so much more to make the world actually feel populated with Pokemon. And then other shit they do. The Isle of Armor, which it's not a good story, not at all, but I think it's supposed to be the prelude to the Crown Tundra. So if the Crown Tundra is amazing, which it won't be, then the Isle of Armor will have been worth it. Lackluster story. If you're into the competitive side of Pokemon, Isle of Armor is definitely for you. It's how you can G-Max any Pokemon that has a G-Max form that doesn't that you didn't catch with it. You can reset IVs. There's a cheaper way to get like proteins and that stuff. Like all that's there's a second battle tree. It's fantastic if you're into that side of the stuff. Story-wise, it's fucking dog shit and it's like an hour and a half long. And then they, at one point, they just start letting you have Pokemon follow you. But if you go back to the main Galar, they don't follow you around anymore. It's so baffling.
That's really bad. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and if I had to guess, when Crown Tundra comes out, they're going to give you back riding Pokemon, but then that shit's going to go away. I wish, instead of fucking Corviknight, whatever, flying you, you can do the Corviknight, but do it the way Oraz did it, with the Eon Flute, where you ride around on Latios, or Latios. Do it something like that, where I could move freely around the region and then just give me spots to land. That was an incredible creative fucking thing to do with it. But nope, just push a button, watch a loading screen, and boom, you're there. So much fucking wasted potential with that game.
That's why I didn't buy it.
Like, oh my god, I'm partially glad I bought it, because...
I mean, of course, you definitely got some enjoyment out of it, so, like, that's
shiny
always...
hunting's a lot more worth it in this game.
That's always a plus.
Plus Crymarant's in it.
And his fucking player card is fucking fantastic.
The character...
In my opinion.
Character customization has been moved in the exact right direction. Give me the option to change my skin color at will, and, like, customize the character a little bit more, and, we'll be in business. But, like, the character customization is phenomenal, and the cards you can make, the trainer card you can make, is phenomenal. If our friends would play the game with me more, it might actually be fucking worth it, but, that's neither here nor there. But I just can't stand when something, like, half-asses it. It's just like, go all in, or just take it out.
No, I agree. I totally agree with that. Do we want to move on, I guess, to...
News?
Well, I guess... I was going to say quickly, I guess, Min Min got announced for Smash, and is now released. In Smash.
And she...
It's been a while, guys.
And she sure as hell is a character that is in Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like, I'm happy with, like, an ARMS rep in the game, because I personally really liked ARMS when it came out.
Fucking called it.
More than Splatoon. She's fun to play as. She's definitely unique enough in the game, because she doesn't have a traditional special button. She has just her other arm.
They introduced the character with the most specials in Hero, and then the character with the least specials in Min Min.
So, I think that's really
cool. She
technically
only has 2 specials.
She does. So I think it's cool. I'm now curious who they're going to add next, but I'll be honest, Smash, I mean, I still love it, but like there's really nothing else nothing else. Unfortunately, there's nothing been going on with anything recently. So.
Well, that's not true, but
Okay, well.
nothing good's been going on with Smash.
Well, with Smash in general, no. I'm talking about I was saying
the game, yeah.
The game.
Nothing crazy's been going on with the game. And we are far from the announcement of the next DLC character.
Oh, hell yeah. It took them long enough to do Min Min.
Also, I'm very glad that my thinking with the ARMS character was correct when it said this character can stretch has arms that can stretch. Twintel doesn't have arms that can stretch.
I know. I'm still sad. I know you did.
I narrowed it down to Min Min using their own fucking propaganda.
I was just hoping, I'm like, oh, please tell me if it could be either Twintel or at least Ribbon Girl. But nope. They didn't want to do Ribbon Girl.
They wanted to do the most popular character.
I know.
I love Sakurai. I said, isn't Springman the main character? And he said, they're all the main characters. But I want Min Min. People buy the game for Min Min.
And he's like, and then he was like, okay, I will put her in.
All right.
Which it worked out. It's just funny.
And Twintel can't be in the game. Smash Bros. Is a game for good boys and girls. That'd be funny if that was why. If he was like, now you might be wondering, where is Twintel? Well, Smash Bros. Is a game for good boys and girls, as I've said before.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta's disgusting. She's not hot.
I'm not. I know, but like,
Twintel's hot.
No, but she's very suggestive.
Okay, but
that's what I mean.
She's just not hot, though.
Zero Suit Samus and her.
Okay, she's just a woman who happens to be voluptuous. She is not
Wii Fit Trainer.
A fitness character.
People want to fuck it.
I know people wanted to fuck it when it came out in Smash, but like, no, that's the community sexualizing them. Samus is not an inherently sexualized character.
No,
I mean, depending on if
you on about.
Depending on how fast you fucking beat.
She's always been in some.
Depending on how fast you beat the game, sure. But Samus, as a character, throughout her gameplay, is not a sexualized character. Sure. Throughout her gameplay and story, Samus is not a sexualized character.
I'll give you that.
Bayonetta is a sexualized character, but Bayonetta's fucking disgusting.
And I understand that. I'm not saying you're wrong, nor am I, like, denying that.
So,
it's
like,
gross.
You can... They've toned the fuck down out of her for Smash, but even then... Bayonetta is not as sexually charged as Mai Shiranui.
Nor is her outfits.
Yeah.
Compared to Mai Shiranui's most iconic outfit. And her titties.
Her titties are like the main part of her character. Whereas
I want to play DOA 5 now.
Like whereas fucking Samus has tits. Mai is tits.
Mai is tits. You're right.
The only sexually charged character in the game is DDD.
Yeah.
Memes aside, I think it's actually just Bayonetta.
No, memes aside, I think it's Samus.
Samus is not the most sexually charged character.
Oh, I meant like, never mind.
The most.
Never mind.
If you're going by just what the fans put on
that's
them,
what I was thinking.
Then it's Princess Peach.
Okay, fair, fine, all right.
But from the character themselves,
all right, I got you.
It's Bayonetta.
I got you. I mean, of course, it should be Bayonetta out of everyone.
Well,
which going strong, still nothing during this whole fucking thing.
Don't worry, I get it. Waiting on Titanfall 3.
The wonderful Wonder Woman got a fucking port to current gen consoles, and I got it, and I beat it, and I still got nothing for Bayonetta 3. What the fuck? I mean, right now I get it,
but in
general, where the fuck is my Bayonetta 3 news?
Listen, I get it. That's me with fucking Titanfall 3.
I know. I feel bad on that one.
Oh, speaking of game announcements, the PlayStation and the Xbox both showed off what their consoles look like.
Oh, well, oh my god, that's right.
And they're both dog shit, but like okay dog shit.
Like PS5 looks like a big ass router,
and Xbox Series X looks like a mini fridge.
It does.
It's just it's a PC tower. That's what it is.
It really is a PC tower. I mean,
they have disk drives, which is shocking.
Yes, it's shocking that the Xbox just has the one model with a disk drive.
PlayStation has the model with and without the disk drive.
Yes. So, personally, I mean, if you really want our opinions,
getting Xbox before PS5.
I would probably maybe get Xbox before PS5. But that's really only if like the backwards compatibility that they are promising is gonna let us have every game that we've had be playable on there. Or unless like fucking a Persona 6 or a Persona 3 remake comes out for PS5, that might sway me a little bit. Unless the price tag, then that'll obviously change it too. Because as of right now, we still do not have a pricing nor like firm release date for these consoles.
In my opinion,
nor there's really not any, personally. Sorry.
No.
There's not really any games coming out for these consoles, at least especially right away, that make me want to get the console.
So in my opinion, PlayStation 5 is definitely the better design, but the Series X is just a computer tower, and Microsoft makes computer towers. So I'd put more trust in that being the better console. I'd probably be wrong, but you know. And then as far as launch titles and exclusives, I forget literally everything that Sony showed off in their thing, except for Crash Bandicoot.
No.
No?
Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank. Which, like, good for you Ratchet and Clank fans. I'm not one of you.
I'm not either.
And then the... Oh, you want to know? Okay. And then the Series X showed off...
Nothing.
I showed off something that should be cool, but really isn't. Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite has all of the parts that should make it cool. It has so much cool shit about it, but it's just dragged down. Like, oh, there's a cool grappling hook that you can fastly move to the enemies, grab stuff to throw at them. That's awesome. But it's being used as a tool to traverse the now open world
campaign.
Because you've decided that Halo will be saved by being a fucking open world
game. And I'm sorry, like...
Halo's not fast enough to be an open world game.
Halo's not the killer app it used to be. And that's the only unfortunate thing with Microsoft that they really can't get over. Because since their exclusives are lacking, the one that really defined them doesn't do anything for anyone that much anymore.
Seriously, it's more fun to go back to 2, 3, or Reach.
That's why they fucking ported the collection to the PC, because people care about those games more than they do 4, 5, and fucking now Infinite.
I think 5 would be more fun if it had local multiplayer.
Like I said.
Specifically because that game controls fine.
I stopped playing it.
It's not a good game, not at all.
I played it because Laura Bailey is one of the main Spartans you can play as. That's what I did. It was stupid, and I returned the game afterwards.
Yeah, no, Halo is definitely like
lost its luster. It's out. Its limelight has been shrunk.
Who knows? Maybe all those theories about it being a 3-month-old demo without the ray tracing on, it'll actually be a really good. Maybe it'll come out and it'll be good, but I don't think it will.
I don't think it will be. It's not gonna blow anyone away or do gangbusters like 3 or 1 did.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna do what fucking 2 did. Like, oh my god, Halo 2
did a lot, but I know.
I think it's the most popular Halo game. I think Halo 2...
It is. I was thinking, because Halo 1 sold Xboxes.
Halo 1...
And then Halo 3 really sold 360s. So, like, that's what I'm getting at. Like, this is not going to sell an Xbox Series X, nor did Xbox One's... Halo 5 sold Xbox Ones. And then that wasn't a launch title.
With, like... Yeah, there's nothing that really sells Xbox to me. And even with PlayStation, like, I bought a PS4 for the first Spider-Man game.
Yep.
But I'm not getting a PS5 for...
No, it's at least definitely not at launch.
Not for, like, the fucking Miles Morales game. Like, I like Miles, but I prefer Peter.
And, let alone, again...
I grew up with Peter.
And again, which, like, one game for a whole console, that's not worth, in my opinion.
That's what I did.
Okay, but by the time you got a PS4, it was fucking...
Yes, I got it for $250.
You got it way later in the
Fun fact, I bought Halo the Master Chief Collection before I had an Xbox One, and I saved the pre-order code because I was like, how long does the pre-order code last? And they're like, a year? I'm like, alright, so I got a year to get the Xbox One, and that's how I ended up with the Xbox One.
I want it because I have a single friend that uses it the most, so I got it for that reason. And unfortunately, I'm still kind of stuck with it because of that. Otherwise, if I'm being completely honest, maybe I would have switched to being just a PS4 #gamer. Because, I mean, whenever I think about it, it's like...
You prefer the PS4 games.
Not even that, it's just like...
Sick and tired of Microsoft's bullshit.
I'm sick of both their bullshit. No, one's not better than the other when it comes to most of their bullshit.
That's true. I mean, cross-play Microsoft's better than...
Yes, Microsoft with cross-play in general has been better. Sony's just slowly doing it. Nintendo's been much better with it too, which is funnier.
Yeah. Nintendo's like old-timey China, isolationist China, where they're like, for the longest time they're like, nope, we're closing our borders, and now they're... It must be like the opium sale. Like, something has to have been their opium.
Maybe. Who knows? I sure the hell don't.
Maybe it was the Wii U flopping. Honestly,
you know, though?
It was probably the Wii U doing awful.
Probably the Wii U doing bad, even though they would have enough money to... They had enough money to recover from that to begin with, because they're fucking rich out of their ass.
How do you go from the Wii U, which was like a poor...
a confusing consumer mess.
And then you go to the Switch, which is, I think, the best console.
Definitely.
Like, I definitely think the Switch is the best console.
It's definitely the best console because it literally encapsulates
all of
Nintendo. You have, family fun, for home consoles, but you also have their handheld shtick that you can still play with family and friends and all that shit.
It encompasses all of gaming, because, like, I can play my Mario Party or whatever, but I can also play that shitty-ass mobile game. But I can also play motherfucking Doom 2016. Like...
And it runs good. You can play fucking Witcher 3.
You can play The Witcher 3...
on one singular cartridge with no fucking download.
On the fucking Nintendo Kindle thing. That's insane. I think it comes with all the DLC.
It does.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. One single cartridge with no, separate install. Maybe aside from,
Switch also has Outer Worlds, which that's also a pretty big fucking game.
Switch is gonna have Doom Eternal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, as much as, yes, it's obviously it's definitely still underpowered compared to the others,
yeah,
sure,
but doesn't fucking matter.
This console clearly works well enough to be able to port games like that to the console. And still do gangbusters.
The Switch is definitely the best console currently out.
Yeah,
until the Ouya 2 comes out.
Well, we don't talk about the Ouya 2 because we know once that happens, that's it.
It's
just gone. That's it.
PC, Xbox, PS4, Switch, they're all out. Ouya time, baby. I'd buy the Ouya 2.
I know you would, unironically.
I can't wait for Knack 3. Do you think they'll actually announce Knack 3?
I think eventually they might. I do legitimately think they might.
I'm going to be honest, I wasn't expecting Knack 2.
Most people were in baby.
I wasn't going to say that.
I know, but I did.
I know you did. You've done it.
I did.
You've incurred his
Oh
wrath.
my god. Fucking... Sorry, all this quarantine shit just made me forget a lot of things that happened. Resident Evil 3 Remake came out too.
Oh my fuck, that came out during court. Wow.
Yeah. So, if you want my thoughts on it, because, it's me. Resident Evil 2 Remake was my favorite game of all time last year. It's okay. Unfortunately, it was just...
Not as good as 2?
Because, fortunately, with 3 Remake, they... Unlike what 2 did, where they kept a good chunk of the original game, but obviously updated it for,
made it better.
Wherever, yeah. 3, they just took out stuff. They took out whole segments. And that wasn't great. And, one, big gameplay thing that, I guess they really couldn't find a way to put in the current gen stuff was a lot of situations that happen with Nemesis, attacking you or encountering you, you have prompts for being stay and fight the monster, or hit this fire hydrant and run away. There was a lot of choices like that in the original RE3.
But they just weren't spelled out
for you? No, they just weren't in the game at all in the remake. And then a lot of places in RE3 originally are cut out entirely in 3 Remake. not even to be put in like, like a DLC or something. He's just completely gone, and and Nemesis really got relegated to like just 2 random encounters, and then the rest is just boss fights. To where, because in the original, he really did stalk you for a good chunk of the game, and then like at the tail end, he had like his actual designated boss fights, and instead they added a separate game included into RE3 remake called Resident Evil Resistance, which is a asymmetrical multiplayer game similar to Dead by Daylight, and like it's fine. Unfortunately, they've been putting more effort into that game than they have been RE3 remake. They just released it and that's it. Sure, you get some unlockables, but that's it. RE2 remake had 4 extra like side campaigns added to the game later on, like a month or 2 later after the game released, all for free. But instead, they just gave us a pretty okay remake that came out way too quickly also, with a very mediocre at best multiplayer game shoved into the game.
And they also showed off a trailer for Resident Evil Village, and they actually knew how to use fucking Roman numerals, unlike Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Look at it, it's 4 1s. It's not IV, it's I.
I know, I just...
Dumbest fucking shit Call of Duty.
Resident Evil Village, personally, I mean, it looks fine. I like the setting a bit more because it's a little more throwbacky to the originals. But am I gonna get it? Probably not.
I mean, I'm not a huge Resident Evil fan, so I'm not gonna get it. Because
also, it's probably gonna be a
like
long ass time
game.
before that game comes out, because that game had a tentative 2021. So like, that game looks very like still early in the stages. So I don't think it's coming out anytime soon.
Fucking Obsidian, the people who made the good Fallouts, basically during the Xbox showcase, wanted to like stick it to Bethesda in every possible regard. So they slapped together a like online multiplayer game called, like, what's it called?
Now, Avowed?
No, not Avowed. It's called
like the DLC for fucking
Grounded or something like that. Where you're playing as these 4 shrunken down children surviving in the garden. Grounded. And
that's Obsidian? Oh,
that's Obsidian.
That is
and
Obsidian.
They made it, and it's coming out the 28th on like early access, I think. And it looks fun as shit.
It does look fun.
And I really hope they go all in on like the fucking with your friends aspects, because like then it will just be
appealing.
better Fallout 76.
And then on top of it, if it is going to be an Xbox exclusive, that would be a potentially...
Oh, hell yeah. And I love their trailer. They were like, are you ready for the biggest game of the year? Then wait for Cyberpunk. But if you're ready for the smallest... And that was pretty great.
Yeah, that was cute. I did thoroughly enjoy.
Then they also announced DLC for Outer Worlds, which at first glance looks pretty great. But at second glance, it's like, I'm certain the story's going to be great. It's Obsidian. I'm certain the story's going to be great and the characters are going to be great. But the things I've seen so far, it's all the same monsters. I've only really seen like a few new weapons in the trailer, if only one that I can think of. So like, I'm 100% certain it'll be worth it, because the Outer Worlds was worth it. But like, I just wish there was a little bit more added to it. And then Obsidian looked at Skyrim and looked at Bethesda releasing it 6 times and said, yeah, well, we didn't technically make that, but hey, how about we do this instead? And they announced a game called Avast, which looks to be a...
it's not called Avast, it's called Avowed.
Avowed, whatever. Avowed. And it looks to be a Skyrim-like RPG set in a medieval time. And I can't wait for more news on that. Obsidian did very good this showcase. I liked almost everything they showed. So definitely thumbs up from them.
Um,
Oh, quick back to Halo because I just remembered. What do you think of Master Chief's new lover? They're not actually.
I know
lovers,
what you're talking about.
His new forlorn tango partner.
He's voiced by Soth. That's all I know from Fire Emblem Heroes.
They have so much fucking lore from Halo Wars 2 in that game.
Yeah, I can tell. Cause...
Like when he's like, I saw condors down there. Those are from Halo Wars. Like, there's so much fucking...
Like, yeah, they're really trying to incorporate a lot of other side shit.
Which sucks, because that just means they want you to do more homework. And it's like, Halo Wars is okay, but it's not like...
Not enough to where, oh, I gotta play this before I play Infinite to get this whole fucking story.
Seriously.
But
what do you think of him? Do you think he's going to be more annoying than useful? You think he's going to be more useful than annoying? Think he's gonna die?
He's probably gonna die.
I don't think he's gonna die.
I think he's gonna die.
I think he's gonna almost die, and then they're gonna bring him back. I think he's gonna be like, "Just go, I've got this," and he's gonna push the bomb trigger, and then he's...
Oh yeah, Cortana came out of my asshole.
And some stupid ass pull, and he's gonna be alive.
Oh, she saved me, and she also sucked me off. Cortana, only you deal with me. Sorry, Chief.
Cortana's dead.
I like Spaniards now.
Cortana's fucking dead.
Not in that cock, I won't be.
No, she's fucking dead. Or she's insane at the other side of the universe.
I don't fucking know.
And then they... What else did they fucking announce that was... And that's not to say the games aren't great and that you won't enjoy them, you know, obviously.
But nothing grabbed our interest, basically.
Yeah. Look them up for yourself. I'm certain you'll find something you'll like.
That's coming from me, who plays a lot of stuff.
I play the same 6 games, so the one that something showed off a long time ago, where you're the angry guy who keeps getting killed by the sniper girl, and you gotta find a way to beat her or whatnot. That seems pretty cool. Cyberpunk looks pretty cool.
Cyberpunk looks cool. I mean, I'm probably not gonna get it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get it.
Well,
Cyberpunk's right up my alley.
I'm also kind of curious how much space is gonna fucking take up.
It's gonna take up about 90% of the Series X. Oh man, yeah, no, I am excited for Cyberpunk. I want to get the SpongeBob Series X, if anything. Cyberpunk has its own special edition Series X.
Right.
The marble from the SpongeBob episode.
Right. I totally did not know where you're going with that for a hot minute. I'm like, oh, I get it.
He's got to be the marble.
Yeah.
But it looks like just Shadowrun the video game, and I am down for that.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'll probably wait.
Well, Shadowrun.
I might get Cyberpunk, but probably just definitely not at launch. That might be a game I might wait on.
I don't know if you'd be totally into it. It doesn't seem like your cup of tea.
I mean, I don't mind games like that. You know, now that I can think about it as a complete non sequitur, I wonder who in our friend group probably plays the most kinds of games.
Like the most variety?
Yeah.
You. I play.
Well,
I don't play most things that come from the East, so.
That's true. That's very, very, very true. I mean, I guess if that's what you... I don't know. I just feel like, compared to, some of our other friends... Well, actually...
We have popcorn, by the way, just to explain away why he just sounded like he had cock in his mouth for no reason.
That's different.
No, it's something in your mouth sounds basically the same.
All right, sir. I see how it is.
Listen, I just know what it sounds like to talk with a cock in your mouth. What do you want from me?
Yeah, the one who's actually gay does not have that experience yet.
That's just because you haven't found the right bathroom.
I mean, all right, you're not wrong on that one either.
All right, but you play JRPGs. If you want to count the racing games Nintendo throws out, you play those. Basically, any genre Nintendo tackles, you'll play.
I never said I wasn't a fanboy of Nintendo. I am. I do feel I would like to probably say that I'm a fanboy, but I'm not like a blinded one.
Like, let's see, you like JRPGs. You're not a huge fan of Western RPGs from what I've seen.
No.
You like fighting games, party games, a couple of racing games. You're, let's see, a few action games, I guess.
Platformers.
Platformers, definitely.
Rhythm games.
Rhythm, yes.
I do like card games.
Or
honestly, a singular card game.
out of our whole friend group, I don't know who plays the most card games. I think it's our one friend.
Yeah, it's probably our one friend or yeah. Even that, I think it's still you.
Well, I used to play Vanguard, White Schwartz, Yu-Gi-Oh! I've played a bit of Magic. Card Wars was fun, but now I'm only down to basically Yu-Gi-Oh!
I've been and only have been Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the Fire Emblem Cipher game looked interesting enough, but it never got translated. It's being discontinued now, so like fuck it. There goes that. And yeah, so
I think out of our whole friend group, I play the smallest pool of game genres.
no, I honestly feel like our other friend does. As much as I feel like he like looks like he does, and I feel like he does. Like, what, he plays platformers.
He plays RPGs.
He doesn't really play RPGs that much. What RPGs does he really play? Pokemon? That doesn't count. Well, okay. It does count. Sorry. But
Yeah, fair enough. He plays indie games, though. He plays, like, all those. He's much more into indie.
How many indie games does he really play, though? I think I play more indie games
His
than
Steam library is huge.
Okay, well, that's true. I don't look at his Steam library.
Yeah, no, he plays tons of indie games.
Because, like, I play... I mean... Wait, Skullgirls...
He plays that, too.
Skullgirls... Yeah, but I played it more.
I know you did.
Skullgirls is indie. Fucking Messenger is indie.
But, you know...
Gunvolt was technically indie. There's a lot of indie games now that I think about it. Bloodstain's indie. Oh, I love Metroidvania games. Sorry.
Oh, there you go, Metroidvania.
Mike, there's another one I was thinking of.
Whereas I just like shooters and Western RPGs. That's my and like a very few amount of platformers.
Few horror games. There we go. That's not one.
Oh, I don't like horror games.
That's why I said few. I don't love all of them. I think my brother is the more horror game guy, and even then, his number one jam definitely is Dead Space. He fucking loves Dead Space. Even though I feel bad because I kind of wish at this point I wish Dead Space 3 was fucking local co-op. It wasn't, because I heard that game's actually not too bad when you have a co-op, because it's like RE5. The game's okay, but co-op, it's a great fucking co-op game.
But yeah, I think you have the widest taste of game. Because our one friend just plays games to get the platinum, so I don't know.
Which, I'm sorry. I love her to death.
I don't think that, like, means she likes those genres.
Irks the shit out of me.
I don't think it particularly means she likes those genres. Like, she might, but...
She kind of might... I think she really doesn't, though, in general.
I think action and story games are her favorite.
Yeah.
And then
some
and Rocket League.
And some RPGs. And
yeah.
even then, that's only the ones I force on her.
But yeah, I think it's definitely you the most and me the least. I feel
like she's... I don't know. I really feel like she's the more lesser of, like, taste compared to you.
No.
I feel like you play more than she does.
She has a wider range of genres than I do.
Because then I feel like...
Because
I guess...
I'm not a huge fan of story games.
No.
I'm not a huge fan of platformers. I'm not a fan at all of fighting games.
That's totally fair.
I don't like...
That's always been fighting games' problems.
I'm not a huge fan of JRPGs.
Yo, because with that kind of shit, it takes so fucking long to get through half of them.
The only racing game that I say I really like is Sonic Riders, and only the first one at that.
Yeah.
My whole shtick is shooters and Western RPGs.
I was like beat 'em ups. Sorry, alright, I'm really like...
Yeah, no, you're number one. Don't worry, your spot's not contested.
No,
I'm not even a huge fan of beat 'em ups.
I know. The only beat 'em up I forced you to play was River City Girls.
I had fun with that.
I'm not saying no, and I'm not saying like you don't have fun with like games out of your like comfort zone. I really I really love River City Girls. It's so fucking good.
It's very good.
And I love Kyoko.
I actually don't know one of our friends' game type.
He has. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, he has like a decent amount, but like, even then, like, he's pretty limited too. Now that I think about it, he's probably like. Okay, it's probably so. Like, I guess it would be like me. Probably,
Stoner.
I would think stoner, and then probably Mexican.
He's not Mexican.
And then edgelord wannabe. Then probably female.
And then me.
And then you.
I definitely have the least fucking interests game wise.
True. I know I have one edgelord friend probably. Actually, swap edgelord with Mexican. Edgelord does have more taste in other games because he will play fighting games and he plays and has the patience for MMOs. Fucking knows I don't have that. So there's that, and he does play, the Souls games, the ones that he's at least interested in, and can play. Well, he doesn't have a PS4, so he can't play Sekiro or Bloodborne. That was the one. But yeah. I guess real quick, I just want to touch upon the big leaks that's been happening this past week of a lot of Nintendo betas from like N64 and back.
Yeah, no, the vast majority of his Steam library is indies. Here, just scroll through it. Like, there's some non-indies, but he is definitely more into indie. Cause like,
Would you consider Maple Story an indie though?
Yeah. Who makes it? Exxon, right? Not Exxon. I think that's a gas station.
Exxon is a gas station. I forget who makes Maple Story. I know it was like some Korean company.
Well, if Maple Story isn't an indie, Maple Story 2 absolutely is, because I didn't know Maple Story 2 existed.
Alright, fine.
Indie's like his favorite genre.
That's fair. I love Stardew Valley. Ooh.
I'm not a fan of it.
Ooh, that's fair. But ooh, that's a fucking good one. Visual novel games I'm a little more iffy on.
I think visual novel is one of the worst genres. I
agree.
I hate it so much.
I don't love it. Like, I forgot there was an 8-bit Bayonetta.
Most of them just, like, don't give you choices.
Mm-hmm. And around they're so fucking limited to where it's just like, alright.
Oh yeah, it's absolute dog shit.
I just gotta ask him now about if he did play 8-bit Bayonetta. How was it?
8-bit Bayonetta?
Yeah, it was a thing that like came out roughly when Bayonetta got ported to Steam.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if I had a good PC to fucking play Bayonetta on for a fifth time, sure, I would. Anyway, so yeah, Nintendo had a bunch of stuff leaked. I guess like noteworthy stuff is Super Mario 64 had like and this is according to Arts.
Oh, I also like point and click adventures.
It's probably the one I don't fully like.
Yeah, for me it's those three.
So according to Art, at least this is from artstechnica.com. That's where I'm getting like the information from. So a bunch of a version of Mario 64 that has like data for Luigi model was found due to probably the scrap multiplayer that was actually planned eventually. So modders were able to get mesh and create the model that was in those files of Luigi. So we finally have the actual legitimate model of Luigi of what he would look like, at least at that point in time the game is being made. And so now he's being modded in, and now people are doing like, oh, L is real and blah blah blah, and doing a whole bunch of things. I think it's interesting that Yoshi Island as prototype came up because they have a bunch of different like map screens and music stuff like that. And they even have early designs for fucking Yoshi, who looks fucking terrifying. Looks like a fucking scary dinosaur, not like a cutesy one. Like it looks gross and long. And Pokemon also had some more prototypes thrown out there with early unused sprites for Pokemon.
Some of them were so much better.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a lot of Pokemon's fucking like issues. Like a lot of like the unused fucking Pokemon sprites and designs just look nicer.
Also, unpopular opinion: bring back Purple Charizard. It looks better. It just does. Purple Charizard with green wing mesh looks so much better than Black Charizard with red green wing mesh.
Yeah. A lot of apparently there's a version of Star Fox 2 that was also leaked that has new characters that were never seen before, and also
like Slippy Toad.
No, like there's like a legit like woman that's like in like the pit.
Woman.
Yeah, see, like a legit like black woman.
Oh, that is just a woman.
Yep.
And a sheep.
Meh.
Now, why is it a human woman?
I mean, that's what I want to know. Oops, I just clicked out of the wrong thing. Whatever. And also,
bro, that's a lot of pirate porn.
It is a lot of pirate porn, but hey, you gotta get your beat off somewhere. They also got a lot of sound files from like these older games. So like we have like a lot of like the uncompressed files of like "So long, Gay Bowser" and shit like that. So yes, I don't know why you're doing that, and you're throwing me off my fucking tempo, bitch.
That's what I was trying.
So that I found really interesting and now funny because now we got the uncompressed version of that. Even though not
so
gonna
long,
lie,
Gay Bowser.
If that starts getting used in memes more, you're gonna kind of miss the uncompressed version. I mean the compressed version, because I don't know. I find it sounds funnier. And we also even got some quick voice lines of Luigi in 64. So
Luigi, who definitely has a higher jump.
Yeah, I find it interesting that we got a lot of that shit spread throughout the internet, and we're still getting more, even as we speak. So honestly, that's more of a growing story than anything.
Yeah, it's real interesting.
So
especially considering Nintendo's always so like
fucking secretive.
Tight.
Yeah. So I mean, they must be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should say they're pissed, but I definitely feel like they're somewhat like alarmed.
They're definitely unhappy.
Yeah. Because like that is like the biggest thing is like this is a lot of like Nintendo first party games. It's not even like some random like third party title that like just didn't have enough of a budget to get any further in development. So then they found a prototype 20 years later, shit like that. It's like fucking the popular first party games and a lot of iconic games like Yoshi's Island and fucking Super Mario 64. It's really, really interesting, and I'm really curious on how this is getting out like this.
Nintendo absolutely hates to share things. It's impressive how much they cannot stand sharing things.
No, they can't. At least when it comes to design philosophy.
Like they don't even want someone to go on stage at a press conference and like hint that a new game would come out.
Yeah.
They're very
weird about it. But
and did we talk about how Sega promised to do better?
No, you want to talk about that'll be a closest statement. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Sega said, "Listen, we get it. We know Sonic games have been bad. We promise we'll stop rushing them."
So, which I find really fucking funny that they actually had to make a statement about that because they only focus on Yakuza games at this point, which like I played through Yakuza 0. It was good. I gotta play through the other ones. I think they're thoroughly fun, but
I can't wait for the next Sonic to come out and be terrible. And then,
exactly. But that's my whole thing. I'm waiting for them to do that.
Like they're talking about how they're definitely gonna make the next Sonic game good. It's gonna come out and it's gonna be fucking awful.
It's gonna be worse. Watch.
It's gonna be worse than Forces somehow. Which I think Forces is just mediocre, which is the worst thing a Sonic game can do. Because at least you can laugh at 06.
Yeah. Oh, actually, if you want, actually, I think this is what I want this to be the closing statement. So, you want to randomly talk about that game that is being made by the original Sonic team
Oh,
called
yes.
Balan Wonderland, which it's a company called from.
Is it being made by Yuji Naka or
It's
the
being-
original Sonic team?
Well, they just say from the creator of Sonic and Knights. So, but they also do say Yuji Naka and character designer Naoto Oshima. But so Square Enix had like a teaser like before this was like announced, showing like, oh, we have a new company called, I believe it's called Balan. And it shows like a hat, and that was it. And they said like it's gonna be a company that we have that it's gonna be basically reaching out to third parties or just other like outside developers to come in and make other games essentially. Like it'll be a subsidiary of Square Enix. And so the first project that they announced is called Balan Wonderland, and it's being made by the original Sonic creator. And
it looks
nice. It actually looks really cool, and
it looks like Knights mixed with Billy Hatcher.
yeah,
And it looks like a good mix.
it's a very good looking mix of
And I do love the Sonic reference they threw in with the blue rabbit costume.
yeah. So like the main character looks like a Knights character straight up.
Is it the main character or is it just the mascot? The thing that people definitely have already drawn for now.
Okay, that looks like the mascot.
Yeah.
He definitely it's just Knights, what he is, and it's
Knights with a top hat.
yeah, and so like you get to turn into like all of these like unique looking like characters, and like it looks super like fun, and like a kind of unique platformer with like really cool character designs. And I have to admit, I'm thoroughly excited. I definitely feel like, obviously, with everything going on right now, 2021 seems to be a better year for gaming. Hopefully. But, yeah.
We'll die of the bubonic plague, which was found in a squirrel.
More like the bitch-bonic plague. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm curious how that project's going to work out, because, especially when we get to see more of it, I actually want to see more of it.
I hope it's gonna be good.
I hope it's gonna be good too, because honestly, I'm pretty excited for it.
It'd be neat to have like a new IP out there in the world.
That actually could do well. That isn't like a
platformer doing well in the modern day. Never heard of it.
that isn't Nintendo.
Yeah, really.
So I'm excited for that kind of prospect. So
I wasn't kidding about that squirrel thing. It really got the squirrel was really tested positive for bubonic plague.
yes.
So look out for that. If you see anyone wearing plague doctor masks, just know
It's gonna be him.
it will be me.
It's gonna be him.
I've already got the wagon ready. I'm gonna go around. Bring out your dead. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
And that was episode 48 of What's New Play 2 podcast. We'll try to do this every week again. We'll still be on YouTube. Maybe we'll go on Apple Podcast and Spotify, but I don't want to keep your hopes up. We only have episode 2 and 3 on there. Why? Fucking... I don't know.
Because I am being a jackass.
Sure. Let's go with that.